Ah, the greatest picture of filmdom's top director, three-time winner of the coveted Academy Award, the most timely, the most vital, the most significant picture ever to come out of Hollywood.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Alright, so Mr. Smith Goes to Washington is a movie starring James Stewart, or what's known as Jimmy Stewart. It is a 1939 or 1938 movie, which is, the basic premise of it is basically a senator dies from this state. I don't believe it's ever referenced what state it's actually from. But basically, a senator dies, so they're all, around the city hall, they're trying to figure out who should replace this guy as senator. So they pick blank Washington, or what's known as Jimmy Stewart, in the movie, and he goes off to Washington to become a senator. And the basic premise of it is he goes off to Washington, and when he gets there, he's just floored by everything that's around him, all the monuments, the history of it. And I thought the beginning of the movie, one thing I really liked about this movie was I really liked the performance that Jimmy Stewart did in this movie. It was because he's so idealistic. He is such a great American because he comes into this town and he has just these great ideas. He's just so he's an idealistic person, and I think that's something I think everyone should try to be. I mean, perfectly honest. And the thing I really enjoyed about this movie was, like I said, Jimmy Stewart was great, but I also like how he is trying to get this bill passed, and he sees something that's not right, and he stands up against it. And that's one thing I like. I mean, I think that's something that this movie needs to be re-explored into modern day public, because I mean, the political system in Washington right now is horrendous, and to see what you see in this movie is still relevant to this day. And I thought that it was just absolutely brilliant. The other actors in this movie, I thought everyone was good, but really, the guy who every time I see him in a movie, I like him more and more, and that's Claude Rains. Claude Rains, who is in Casablanca, Notorious, some other pictures as well. And this is the third movie I've watched of his, I think. And at first I didn't realize it was him because he looks different, but I thought he was great. And I love that his character, he started out as an idealistic guy, got in with some bad people, and at the end he just tries to redeem himself. And the ending of the movie where where Jimmy Stewart's standing up for like 14, 15 hours and trying to convince Congress of if he is right or wrong, and the freedom of speech, the freedom of press, how people use that in the corruption of the government. I thought this movie was absolutely genius. I really did. So guys, this is an incredible Americana film you should watch. This is like I've been watching a lot of these movies, like 12 Angry Men, which was about the jury duty, and now Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I think it's another great Americana film that everyone should watch. So guys, I'm going to give Mr. Smith Goes to Washington an A+. This is a movie that needs to be rewatched by everyone. Guys, have you seen Mr. Smith Goes to Washington? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. All to